Time now for our weekly look at the big stories and the big issues in crime this week. We're going to start with reoffenders today because more than half of young adults who were jailed reoffend after their release. In stark financial terms, it costs the taxpayer between £10 and £13 million a year. But the cost in human terms can be much greater. With Jackie Hames this week is Graham Godden, a former criminal who now works with ex-offenders, helping them avoid getting into trouble again.
Good morning, Graham. Welcome to Sky News. Graham, it's just extraordinary for me to be sitting here, to be honest, because in 1993, when I was working on CrimeUK, we were appealing about Britain's most prolific armed robber offender, and here you are.
Yeah.
What was happening for you at the time?
My pathway into offending started from a very young age. I was excluded from school from a young age, early drug use, early criminality, and that kept me in the criminal justice system for around about 25 years.
That's extraordinary.
Culminating in my appearance on CrimeUK and custodial sentences.
So after CrimeUK, you were actually given life imprisonment at some stage, weren't you?
Yes, yes.
What was that for?
That was for a series of armed robberies. I actually got sentenced under the automatic life sentence that was in force at that time because of my previous offending.
So what happened to you to start turning things around?
I had literally a day where I woke up and reflected on my life and just knew inside that I'd had enough. That my past mistakes and my offending and my lifestyle had almost run its course, and I just knew that I wanted something different, that I knew that I wanted my life to be different from the reality of what it was. And that sort of set in motion me getting some help with rehabilitation, with education, with looking at my own attitudes and beliefs and my own lifestyle and choices. Which happened over about a 7-year period, actually.
So it was a real light bulb moment for you in prison. And how helpful were the people inside prison in getting you on this new path?
I had some great individual help from prison officers, from external staff working within the prison. Rehabilitation of Addicted Prisoners Trust gave me a drug rehabilitation programme, which was pivotal. Individually, I had some great help. I think as an institution, the prison service is not particularly geared up for people who really want to change as I did, and I had many battles fighting to get certain education courses and to progress myself, but such was my motivation to change that, you know, I managed to overcome them with the help of individuals who would fight with me to get what I needed.
So what path did you decide your future should take?
Initially I began studying for a degree in criminology. I was always interested in crime and the causes of crime, but obviously the pathway that I took was the wrong one. But I was given an opportunity to work with some young offenders who were brought into a prison where I was at. And I'd done that for about 3 years and began developing an understanding of working with some real challenging groups of young people, received lots of training and experience, and it was on the back of that I decided that I would try to set up a similar scheme in the community.
And with the help of an ex-police officer who you met in prison, you started the Youth Empowerment Service.
Yeah.
Now that's got two aims. Can you explain those?
Yeah, the first aim is to work with young people who are most at risk of school exclusion, entering the criminal justice system, those who have already offended, who are caught up in the criminal justice system from a young age, and to work and offer them a service which would reduce those risks and reduce the risk of reoffending.
And how successful have you been?
We've been very successful over the past 5 years that Youth Empowerment Services have been going. It's very much a team effort. It pulls together experience of professionals who have worked in a professional setting all their lives, and it also pulls together the experience of a team of people with an offending history who I believe have a vast amount to give to young people, because they can share with them their journey into the criminal justice system, but more importantly their journey out of it and what they had to do to change some really entrenched attitudes and beliefs that keep people in that cycle for many years.
Well, I know you've been phenomenally successful at doing so, and all credit to you for doing that. Thank you very much for coming in today, Graham.
Thank you, Jackie. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, Jackie will have more for us next, including an appeal to trace missing people.